A petition has been started by content creator Sean Davy Way for Chrisean Rock's son, Chrisean Jesus Malone. Now, this petition was started on change.org and it has a lot of signatures. I know that they're talking about having 10,000 signatures. I'm not sure if there's something else floating around as well, but this is directly posted by Sean. And you can see that he is the one in charge of this petition. I have signed the petition. Lots of others have signed the petition. If you have been viewing online to see that Chrisean Jesus Malone Jr., the young toddler who is over 2 years old, needs help, and you agree that he needs help, he needs to be checked by a professional, he needs to be assessed, his well-being and safety needs to be assessed, sign it. So it starts off to say Chrisean E. Malone, a.k.a. Chrisean Rock, has been raising her son, Chrisean Jesus Malone Jr., alone for almost 2.5 years. And during that short time, Chrisean Jr. has been exploited numerous times for reasons such as revenge, financial gain, and to repair public relationships. Chrisean Jr. has had his genitals exposed online for public view and has showcased online shows random bruisings to his face and arm areas. Now listen. Guys, we may not all be in agreement as to how this petition is written. At the end of the day, I do believe I have watched a numerous of Sean Davy Way's shows, and I do believe that the agenda is the same: to get him checked, to get him seen, to get him to safety and the care that he needs, get him proper nutrition, get all his needs met, which we firmly can ascertain that is not happening. Now, I do not like the way the petition was written up. I'm not here to criticize the petition. I'm glad that he started a petition because we have been hollering online for a long time. I did a video about, you should call and report if what you see to your, you feel like I'm looking at abuse and neglect. I'm concerned he needs to be checked. I would never tell anybody call just because I think you should call, right? But I have put that information out there. I have done several videos about this, and so have so many others. And he has not at least been seen about, and that is very concerning to us. So I approve of the fact that a petition to get him seen about, checked, and help has been put out. But I think if you go and read it yourself, you will see what I'm talking about. I think a lot of pertinent information has been left out. Now, Sean Davy Way has said that Blueface himself signed this petition. I have not scrolled and looked for his name. I did not hear Blueface. He probably wouldn't publicly draw attention to the fact that he signed it because Chrisean might put a henchman on him, so I get that. But so I don't know if that's true, but I don't know that Blueface would be happy looking at the petition, seeing that one of the complaints is that his genitals were exposed, because Blueface is the one who posted that picture. Now, we should know by now that Blueface himself said he posted that picture not to expose his genitals, because from what I understand, his genitals weren't even being exposed, because he had a huge hernia that he was born with that was at the bottom of his scrotum that actually was bigger than his genital area and covered that, and it was needing surgical procedures, plural. And that's causing him a lot of pain with the high-pitched screaming, crying that he was doing a lot as a baby that we heard. Him and Chrisean was bumping heads because he would go for the appointments. He would tell her to go to the appointments, and she was skipping out on the appointments for whatever reasons. Now, if he hadn't posted that picture and exposed this is what this baby needed, this is how serious it was, she would have never gone and gotten that initial surgery. And as far as we know, the follow-up appointments, if not to get more medical procedures done so it can be properly taken care of, but to at least check and make sure it's okay and it's healing properly and everything's going back to normal. What we understand, she is not even taking him to do that. So again, as far as the petition, I don't think it should have been mentioned to say that is something that is a detriment to Junior. But if you're going to mention it, because that was the way that the person who posted it could get her to even take the baby then to get seen about. So I also think that enough attention wasn't given to the fact that, hey, we're watching this child. He is 2.5, almost 3 years old. He cannot walk, talk on his own. We don't see him eat. She never feeds him. She always eats around him. And the couple of times that me personally, I have seen her attempt to feed him, he doesn't even react in a way that a child knows how to eat reacts. He does not even attempt to eat the food. And we've seen her give him bottles, don't know what's in it. He sleep a lot of the time. He's soggy. He seems to be regressing in his capabilities, his alertness, and his progress from where he was even a baby. So maybe she's sedating him a lot. I don't know. He does try to seem like he's wanting to get out of her lap. She's constantly holding him, or he is in a stroller. 99% of the time that we see him, he does try to get down and make attempts at, trying to maybe teach himself how to crawl, how to walk. But she restricts him tightly in her arms and keep him from being able to be independent as any child his age will want to. We've never seen him walk. We've never seen him crawl. He cannot speak. He makes a high-pitched squeal. She is neglecting him on a constant basis. She is lying him down on floors in public areas where he is unable to shift himself around. He's unable to crawl. He's unable to walk. He can't seem to hold his body up. It seems like his body structure is just not capable of what a 2.5-year-old should be capable of. And I could go on and on about the things that I know we all see and have seen on doggone near a daily basis. And a lot of those things were not mentioned in this petition. So it's a start, I guess. But for this petition to be pitched to all the way up to the president, these are pertinent things. Forget all that online mess. Forget that she want to use him for sympathy and all that, because I don't think that they would see that as something that is more of a major, but more of a minor. Now, the fact about him being in weathers that is just not, you would normally shield your child from, and he doesn't seem to have adequate clothing. He has clearly some kind of issue with his feet that needs to be corrected and would be very painful in shoes. She occasionally will put him on regular shoes when that would potentially be very uncomfortable for him. He needs socks and shoes on a majority of the time, especially in the winter, and a lot of times we see him barefooted. Okay, doesn't seem like he has a coat, underclothes. He's not properly clothed. He is constantly just neglected, just left to the side, not being shown proper attention, not being fed like he should, not being taken in to see doctors and specialists. We don't know that he's up to date on his checkups, that anything potentially serious with him has been addressed. He is clearly disabled and he needs specialist care. Now, to a degree, a lot of what I said has been mentioned, but I think it could have been more. But at the end of the day, I think people should sign the petition if you think that the child needs to be rescued. What does that mean? We don't know. At baseline, I believe everybody's on agreement that he needs to be checked by professionals. He needs to be seen. His needs to be addressed. He needs blood work done. You need to check all his, his iron, his B12, everything. Make sure he's getting what he needs to develop and be safe and have a stable environment and all of those things. His life is on the line from what we can ascertain. We are adults. We should have the common sense to be able to look at a child who is online all the time and know that that child is being neglected and needs to be cared for. So whether or not you fully agree with how the petition is written up and what's said in it specifically or what's left out, just as myself does, the petition is there. And hopefully it can be strong enough to get the attention of those that it should and get him some help.
Why'd you post the hernia? took too long.
What took too long?
To get it tended to.
Right.
She's been sending me messages like, oh, I'm pushing it back because I'm nervous. I'm pushing the date back because I'm nervous. I want you to be here. So I'm like, okay. So when I go, they're like, you missed it. It was on Wednesday. We showed up on Friday. So when I heard that, I didn't really say nothing to her directly. I just kind of reflected on it and was like, okay, you're just not really prepared for what you signed up for.
There wasn't a voice in your head that said, like, don't post the baby penis on Twitter?
Hell no.
Or you did say you were hacked.
Hell no.
Which I maybe shouldn't be reminding you of.
No. Nah, besides all of that, brother.
You just say no. There's no voice in your head.
I learned that there's two types of people in this world. This is what I learned from that experience.
People with hernias and
There's people that seen a hernia, and there's people that seen a baby's genitals.
I've seen it, and I still don't know what the fuck I was looking at. It looked so crazy.
That's the point of it all. There's two types of people in this world. There's people that seen a hernia, a medical condition that's being insensitive, and then there's people who saw a baby's genitals and they rather be more sensitive to that than to the matter at hand. But
I thought of it like the Nirvana album cover with the baby swimming and you can see his penis.
Once that was posted,
it's kind of like that. It's art.
How fast did that get fixed?
Seems like it was deleted pretty quickly.
No, I'm saying, how fast did the hernia get fixed?
Was it fixed right away? How is the hernia right now?
It's fixed.
It's totally fixed? It looked insane in that photo.
Exactly.
Like a full on like a squash. You ever like see a squash at the store? That was like the size of the hernia.
It's like this. If you're dealing with somebody and you realize the only thing they respond to or acknowledges social media and you actually care about them once upon a time.
Well, that's your love language with this person.
Exactly.
And perhaps her as well. I'm not sure.
No, not at all.
No?
It's a total different. Like, she will actually listen before it becomes embarrassment.
I mean, I would never even let it go that far.
Yeah, like,
that's none of my business.
That was my thing. Like, I got two kids already, so I know how this whole process works. And the way she went about it was just like, this is not normal. I don't know nobody that has a kid at a having a kid facility.